Micah Parsons of the Dallas Mavericks or Dallas Cowboys requests a trade today. Micah Parsons requested a trade. He put out this statement. Yes, I wanted to be here. Well, first of all, let's just give a breakdown of why. It seems like the Dallas Cowboys are hesitant to pay, for whatever reason, pay Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons entered the league in 2021, I believe. Has been considered as one of the best defensive ends in the league since entering the league in 2021. Let me just look up a little stat here. Since entering the league, Micah Parsons in 2021 had 13 sacks his rookie season, followed up by 13 and a half, 14 and 12. I believe Micah Parsons is by far the best player on this team other than CeeDee Lamb, hands down. I don't know why you are so hesitant. Well, I know why you're hesitant, because you had to pay an overrated quarterback, a mediocre quarterback, elite top tier money. So now the Cowboys are reluctant to pay Micah Parsons, which in my opinion is what he deserves. Micah Parsons, 13 and a half, 14, 12, the last 4 seasons. That's not just something that you draft every day. That's not something you sign every day. When you draft a defensive end / linebacker who can put you up numbers like this, I know a lot of people say he doesn't stop the run. He doesn't put his all into trying to stop the run. But when you have an elite pass rusher that can come off the edge like Micah Parsons does, I believe he deserves to get paid. Maybe there's some things going on in the background we just don't see. Micah Parsons, I know I've seen him on a ton of podcasts. He's not shy of speaking on how he feels. And so earlier today or yesterday, he came out with this statement here. Micah Parsons says, yes, I wanted to be here. I did everything I could to show that I wanted to be a Cowboy and wear the star on my helmet. I wanted to play in front of the best fans in sports and make this America's team once again. The team my pops and I grew up cheering for way up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. Wow. So he said it. He said he no longer wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. I no longer want to be held to closed doors negotiations without my agent present. I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying it on the line for the organization, our fans, and teammates. I no longer want narratives created and spread to the media about me. Well, you play for the Dallas Cowboys, you get people like me talking about you. I'm nobody, and here I am talking about you. So just imagine what the media and the news are gonna say. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done, but since there is confusion out there, let me clear some things up. I had my agent reach out to the Cowboys last offseason about my third year in hopes of getting a deal done early, asking for a contract extension. Unfortunately, the team did not want to start any negotiations at that point. I was okay with that. Didn't complain, focused on the 2024 season. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to negotiate when they met at the combine. My agent informed me I should wait for other deals to get done because the price only go up, but I didn't care and wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. So his agent, Micah Parsons' agent, advises him to wait. Let's watch everybody else get signed. And I think that's kind of what the Cincinnati Bengals are doing with Trey Hendrickson. The Cincinnati Bengals, as well as Micah Parsons' agent, let's sit back. Let's see what the going market on top defensive ends is, and then let's put our bid in based off what the numbers were. Let's reset the market. I didn't care, wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. This was before any of the other pass rushers deals. Let me see. Let's make sure I'm going in order. Not the 24 season. After this season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to negotiate. They met at the combine. My agent informed me I should wait. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I knew I didn't care and wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. This was before any of the other pass rusher deals got done this offseason. As I was just saying, they wanted to see what the other top DNs were making at the time. Secure myself long term. This was before any of the pass rusher deals got done this offseason. I knew I would be leaving money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. Again, radio silence. As far as my extension in the March, I met with Mr. Jones to talk about the leadership. Somehow the conversation turned in him to talking contract with me. Yes, I engaged in back and forth in regards to what I wanted from my contract, but at no point did I believe this was supposed to be a formal negotiation. And I informed Mr. Jones afterward, my agent would reach out thinking this would get things done. So Mr. Jones, Jerry Jones, probably got him onto the yacht, his $1 billion yacht, went out into the ocean, probably lit up cigars, and got to talking to him in his ear and wanted some kind of handshake deal. And probably didn't like it when Micah Parsons went back and told him, hey, this is kind of, he talked to him. They're talking money. They're talking business. This is a business. Micah's trying to get paid. So he's talking to the guy he's trying to get paid from. So they probably had some kind of handshake deal. Micah Parsons goes back and tells his agent or whatever. So him and Jerry probably agreed on one thing. He probably doubled back and went and told his agent something else, or maybe Jerry Jones took it as something. Something happened in the conversations when it was just Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons that they didn't agree on. Jones afterwards, my agent would reach out thinking this would get things done. But when my agent reached out and spoke to Adam, he was told the deal was pretty much done. My agent, of course, told me that wasn't the case, and also reached out to Stephen Jones. Again, the team decided to go silent. At that point, we decided we would allow the team to reach out to us whenever they decided they wanted to talk. Yet still not a call, email, or text to my agent about starting a negotiation. Up to today, the team has had let me see. Yes, still no call, email, or text to my agent about starting negotiation. Up to today, the team has had a single conversation with my agent about a contract. Not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything. Still, I stayed quiet. But again, after repeated shots at myself and all the narratives, I have made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted by Stephen Jones personally. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's that was an earful from Micah Parsons. Um so it seems like Micah Parsons handled this well. It seems like, because I never heard Micah Parsons come out and blast Jerry Jones in particular or say anything really to throw throw Jerry Jones or the Dallas Cowboys organization under the bus. Wow, it surprises me that the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones hasn't reached out at all. They haven't thrown out a number, especially with you see the top. Well, especially seeing how the top DNs are getting paid, as in the TJ Watts, the Myles Garretts, the Max Crosbys. I'm wondering almost if that's just a price that the Cowboys are just willing to pay. You know they've got the money. Maybe Micah Parsons has just become a nuisance. He's just become a headache. But aren't the Cowboys all about headlines? Don't they have tours during practice? They were saying, didn't somebody say that fans come and look at the players like it's a zoo exhibit or something like that during practice? Doesn't Jerry Jones like this attention? Doesn't it generate him more money? I don't know. Something happened between Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons that we just don't know about, that we probably won't hear until later. But it seems like from his tweet, Micah Parsons did what he was supposed to do. What else do you do? If a team doesn't, if they don't want to do business, maybe they want to use him one more year. I think they have him under contract for one more season. Does Micah Parsons sit out? I don't think so. But hey, who knows? Shout out to America's team. Shout out to America's president. This is Anthony Live 765. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Tune in. We'll probably do these shows nightly.